Up next, we've got Cara Mancini from EdgeInfra discussing Europe on Edge. Thank you.
All right. Is it working? Yeah? Good. Hello. Thank you for having us here. I'm Cara Mancini. I'm the CEO and co-founder of EdgeInfra, ultra local. So I'll tell you a little bit about our project, our venture into the edge. There's a whole number of developments and trends that are starting to collide. We're having, of course, cloud computing, which centralized IT for massive economies of scale, flexibility, and growth. There's IoT, where a whole number of things are starting to create a lot of volume of data. There's machine learning and AI that's taking that data and improving the processing and the decision-making around it. AR, virtual reality and augmented reality. Large volumes of video content with a parity in networking, where people and things interact with one another. Then there's 5G. 5G where the speeds to the edge are increasing tremendously. And all of this basically makes for a digital assisted world where businesses and people interact with their digital realities, and they need to make real-time decisions on what's happening in their world. So, and not to forget, there's all this entertainment that we take towards us. There is gaming, social media, and video, huge and large streams of high-definition video that are consumed anywhere. So all of this together basically makes our architectures that we use today they have to change. It's not going to be able to process all of that, at least because the cloud is basically centralized in a number of large data centers in the big cities. Like it was said earlier in the panel today, there's basically around 8 large cities in the world where all of the cloud is being consumed. So it's brought us a lot, but it doesn't overcome the rules of physics, the sheer volume of data, the speed of light. We're going to need a lot of processing and storage at the edge to be able to feed all these different trends and developments, and to process the data and store the data locally, to learn and to serve to our users. So if we go to what's the edge then? It's one thing to have local processing next to a number of fixed things, but it's another thing when it starts moving and it's on the flight. All of this requires a lot of local processing and storage, and lots of it in many different places. There's lots of places around the world, and especially also in Europe, where there is no local internet exchange or local data center, or not at least usable for any one of us. So what we're planning on focusing on, what it also needs is architectures, federation across the edge and the cloud. It needs tools to analyze the data and to localize it. And the mobile and network architectures also need to change to be able to enhance all of that interconnection locally, to connect to the people and things. So once all of that is there, and I'm not saying that all of those puzzles are solved, there's many puzzles around that need to be solved, both in the hard and software architectures, as well as in the network and mobile network architectures, and in the data centers. So what we're planning with EdgeInfra is to focus on two of those major needs. Significant amounts of ultra-local distributed processing power and storage capacity. So basically micro data centers in many places in Europe, and ultra-local interconnection close to the users and things with EdgeIX services, both the mobile edge as well as the physical edge, if you will. So what is it that we're going to do? We're going to place micro data centers, as I said, all over Europe, in places where currently there's a lack of data center availability, of interconnection availability, at locations, for instance, underneath of cell towers or close to C-RAN sites for mobile networks, interconnecting those locally with the content cloud and access providers in the region and close to the users that need all of that data, all of the machine learning, the edge processing. It could be near a highway in the future where there is a whole bunch of autonomous cars that need help with steering and driving and avoiding collisions. It could be near a city for smart city projects, on fiber junctions where networks are coming together, or in the business parks, smart cities, smart industry, even digital farming. What we're going to do there is inside of the data centers, there will be an internet exchange, like the regular larger ones that are available at the central locations near the centralized clouds, but then all the way at the edge, combined with multi-access or mobile edge computing availability, and that will build little what they call cloudlets all around the edge, as well as mobile edge computing at the edge, all interconnected with one another. And all of that, again, backhauling in the end to the cloud where that's necessary. So what are we doing then in terms of where are we? So currently we've founded a company, we're working on the financing the venture, and we're planning a proof of concept for the first half of 2019, where we will be proving a number of those, proving the technology in itself and a number of use cases. So the multi-access edge computing or mobile edge computing, and also the local, ultra-local interconnection of that with the regular IX and content providers and cloud providers. The federation between the edge and the cloud, and the architectures that are being built for that. We won't be doing that ourselves, but our users will be doing that. We're going to prove the latency and the customer experience improvements for content, for augmented reality, virtual reality. And of course, there's the IoT use cases of autonomous driving and the machine learning at the edge. So concluding, this is I think it's a very exciting project for us that we've had a lot of feedback on. Finally, someone is starting in this space. So we're happy to meet with anyone of the ecosystem parties that want to join the proof of concept. Just find me and exchange your details, or look up our website, which I didn't put on the slides, stupid. It's www, of course, edgeinfra.net, and you can find us there. And thanks for your attention.
Thank you, Cara.